All right. So we're going to be putting our design, our final logo on a mock-up. And the mock-ups usually come with a little description of what to do. So this help PDF came with the one I found on the internet. And basically it's telling, all of these are, you're going to be using Photoshop, and that's because we're manipulating a photo. We're going to be using smart layers, and this is how it works. So here is the actual Photoshop mock-up I received. So you can see it, it looks just like a t-shirt, and it looks like it has a printed graphic on it. We're going to want to open the layers palette. So we're going to, our window, we're going to open up layers. All right, and here you can see is the layers window, and there's going to be, I'm going to open it up big so you can see it. Your design here, double click on the layers thumbnail. So you click right on the thumbnail, which is the image of it. You're going to double click here, and voila, here's the placeholder art. I'm going to replace this placeholder art with my art, okay? So you can see this is just a graphic. It's the pink color of the making the t-shirt, the color and the placement of the graphic. So I am going to add a layer so that I can kind of use the same scale that this one has when I put my new one on. So I created a new layer, so it's directly above the placeholder layer. I'm now going to decide what color I want my t-shirt and what graphic I want. Hold on, cancel. So my graphic is over on my desktop. So I'm going to, let me go back to layers, sorry, 1 second, there it is. I'm gonna go File, Place, Embedded. And I'm gonna go to my desktop where I have my logo, and there's my mark. There's this one, I'm gonna say Place. There it is, I'm gonna say okay. You can see it's quite small. I'm gonna make it bigger. Notice also we're not trying to skew our artwork. The template will skew it for us. When you're scaling in Photoshop, notice that if I grab the corner, my logo will scale proportionately. If I grab a middle, it'll also scale proportionately. If I don't want it to scale proportionately, I would hold the Shift key down and then I can stretch it and squish it. I don't want to do that. I want to keep my artwork scale the exact same scale. So I'm not selecting the Shift key. I'm just moving it up and down to create its scale. So I'm trying to get it the same size as this example because I want it about that same size on the t-shirt. Okay, so here's my artwork. I have it where I want it. Now I'm going to make my t-shirt a different color. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the color in the t-shirt, and I want to make a color overlay. Actually, no, I don't want to do it that way. I think I just want to pull color in by filling the background with color. So I'm going to use the paint bucket tool, which is down here. And if you don't have the paint bucket here, you can click and hold until you find the paint bucket in the list of all these choices. We want the paint bucket tool. When I double click on the, I have the paint bucket, and then I'm going to go down here. These are the color choices. The black box is the foreground color. The white is the background color. I'm going to choose foreground color. And I'm going to pick a color that's going to complement my orange logo. I'm going to go with light blue. Say okay. And on my blank layer, I'm going to make it blue. Now I'm like, oh, that's kind of hurting my eyes. Let's maybe make it a little lighter. Okay. So there's my new logo. My logo and my color. Now I might say to my mark, oh, actually, maybe I want to make my logo a different color. Let's say I brought this logo in and I wanted a different color. I can change the color of it here too. I could say, let's make my logo white. well, let me, oh, you know, it won't let me because I made it a smart object. So cancel that. You do have to bring it in from Illustrator the color you want it because it's a smart object. So now I want to bring these two together. So I'm going to select them both. I'm going to go to my layers palette and go merge layers. So now I've made a solid graphic. That's their solid graphic. Here's my solid graphic. I'm going to go ahead, select all, copy, Command C, go onto the placeholder and paste. Oh, is it letting me paste on the placeholder? Or do I just replace? Maybe I just delete the placeholder. Yeah. All right, let's just do that and see if that works. I think that'll work. I don't think I have to replace the placeholder. I think we can just have it on this layer. Okay, so then I have my artwork the way I want it. I can go back. Oh, maybe I do have to have the placeholder text. Layers. Cancel. Select all. Copy. Placeholder. Cancel. Select all. Maybe I just merge them. Let's just try merging them and see if that works. Merge layers. Save. Oh, I didn't save. So save. Oh, it did work. Okay, I did save it. Okay, so I just hit save and there it is. So you just need to save it. You can delete that placeholder. You hit save and now you can see my logo looks like it's printed on the shirt and I've changed the color of the shirt and I've added my logo. And so that's a mock-up and it's using the smart object layer, which then includes like all of this, all of the shadows and stuff. So it feels real, right? It doesn't feel fake. Questions? Okay, so I've saved it and then I just go up to save as, and then you can save it on your computer and blah, 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 and save it for your, let's just go ahead and save it. We'll just show you, we'll go save as. I'm gonna save it on my computer. And it's front logo T. And I'm gonna save this as Photoshop. Oh. I'm gonna save it as my desktop where I have wherever you have your other files. Save. Okay. So then I'll be able to bring that into my Behance template.